Hello, my name is Mike O'Brien. I'm the fire chief here in Lakeville. And the video you are watching is going to be a series of efforts on our part to help educate our town about the fire department, the things we need to deliver our services, and to combat some of the misinformation that's out there. And hopefully to allow you to be an informed voter, be engaged, and to make a good decision. Okay, so before you evaluate a fire station or, you know, try to make up your mind about this facility, whether it's worth fixing, renovating, replacing, you really have to you have to consider why the fire station exists. Everything we do, all the equipment, all the people we hire, all the salaries we pay, everything's intended to provide you with a service, and the quality of that service matters. Our ability to get to your house and help you in a medical emergency or put a fire out, it really comes down to the people that we have working here. It's important that we have good, decent people who are capable of doing the job. So there's a lot of things that go into making sure we have people on the department that can help you. And I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it, but some of the most fundamental things are you have to have decent equipment and apparatus. And we've put a lot of work into improving that situation for the town of Lakeville over the last 3 or 4 years. Incredible support from our residents, incredible support from our elected officials, and we've made some serious progress. We've really turned it around as far as apparatus and equipment. We are functioning in a competitive market right now. There are fewer paramedics than there are paramedic positions in the state of Massachusetts. And what that means to you is that we have to be compatible with our compensation, because our paramedics can literally go wherever they want and get a job. They can. So we need to be competitive. And so again, our elected officials, knowing this and being very aware of our problem, have stepped up and made some adjustments to compensation to make us competitive with other departments. The uh, the thing that we're lagging most in is a reasonable facility to work out of. We go to other departments to train. We're friends with other firefighters. We're well aware of what's out there, and we're well aware of what's reasonable. And and I can promise you that the building that we are working out of currently is about as far from reasonable as any of I've ever worked out of or seen. So remember, all this goes into the caliber of the firefighters and the caliber of the paramedics that we have working here in town. And that matters. That matters for you because these are the people that you're going to rely on in your time of crisis. So getting back to the fire station, it's important you understand the history of the fire station. This building was a coal-fired pumping station for the city of Taunton. It was handed over to the town. They used it as the town hall. The fire station moved in. We shared the building with the town hall. And the building that you see today is just a series of random ad hoc type of additions and modifications of the building. None of it has really been planned out. None of it has been engineered. It's just kind of thrown together as a reactionary solution to a problem, and that's where we stand today. So the leadership of the department has been trying to draw attention to the failures of our facility for decades. This is not a new problem. This is not a maintenance issue. This is not a neglect issue. This is a building that's just not functional, and the leaders of the department have known it for a long time. So finally, they made enough noise where the town spent upwards of $60,000-$70,000 on a feasibility study, that back in 2007. And that study told us that the building was not functional and needed to be replaced. So for whatever reason, reasons that I'm not aware of, nothing was done with that result. So then we go on to a few years back when we built a much needed police department. That new police station could have been a public safety building. I wasn't here, and I don't know the reasoning behind it, but that decision, the decision was made not to make a public safety building. The decision was made to build a police station. I can't speak to that, but I question the wisdom, that's for sure. The third opportunity is right now. We've commissioned a feasibility study. Again, architects, design professionals, engineers come in, they examine our facility, they compare it to what we need and what we're going to need in the future. And again, they're telling us that this building is not functional. It is a roadblock to our mission and it needs to be replaced. So that is where we're standing right now. So when you're considering all these feasibility studies and opportunities to correct the problem of the fire station, and you look back and you wonder why better decisions weren't made, it's not a big mystery. A lot of times when you're dealing with town government, you deal with political grudges and emotion and rivalries and things like that. Everything that you shouldn't allow to get in the way of good public policy and good management. But we do, and it just doesn't. It's not just Lakeville; it's everywhere. When I was coming up through, I was working on my master's degree in public administration, and one of the guys that we studied I liked was this guy Peter Drucker, and he emphasized the need to be analytical about public policy and the need to do data analysis and performance measurement. He basically, if we don't measure things and we're not systematic and we don't really truly examine the information in front of us in a systematic way, we're operating in the blind. We're operating on assumptions. We're operating on emotion, and all that is just a recipe for bad government and inefficient government and government that wastes your tax dollars. And that's what can't happen here, because the outcome is we've gotten to the point now, after decades of dysfunction in this building, that really it's not sustainable any longer to operate out of the facility. It really is having an impact on our mission, and that should matter to you, because again, in your time of crisis, that's the people. These are the people that are going to show up to help you out. So what are we asking for? We're asking for a community that understands our problem, and when they decide how they're going to address it, or if they're going to address it at all, that the decision was made on information, it was made on data, and we had an opportunity to tell our story. What we're asking for is that you don't base your decision over some anonymous person on Facebook telling you it's a bad idea, some person that has no idea what it's like to be a Lakeville firefighter and what it's like to operate out of this building. We ask you to engage with us. Come see the building for yourself. Come to our open house. Make up your mind based on what you see and the information that we provide, and have an opinion that's valuable. Have an opinion that's worth listening to. Please just do your homework, and we're confident that if people in town see where we work and how it affects our job, and if they see the data, if they see this information, they're going to make a good decision about whether or not we need a new fire department. And that's what we're asking for. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.